welcome. I am Fearless Rift, a Vanguard builder, and let's talk about Vanguards. So topic 1 is going to be about, first, guild tech. Guild tech is very important, as we all know. Mine is maxed. Then we go over to our trophies. They are optimized for Vanguards, but they also are a little tuned up for Atlas heroes. You don't have to do it this way. I just main focus Vanguards. Alright, the gearing. Here, Ares, everything's 2 stars immortal, except the chestplate. Sig 30. Maxed out talents. Alright, we have Claire. She's in an immortal charge set, with her boots being 2 stars. Sig 30. Her talents are maxed out except for her immortal levels. Broad, non-immortal set for charge. Well, he has immortal chest plate. Sig 21. And the talents are maxed like they usually are, except for the immortal sets again. Leo. I'll be using this set right here for PvP. The other one's for PvE, more like scenarios. His Sig 20. And I slightly scuffed his talents for a topic we'll get to later. And we have Batu's gearing, charge set, non-immortal so far. Sig 10. And we have finally Crete. Which is just running gear, just to increase his HP. And we have Sig 10 on him. Alright. It's time for the commander. Our Haggardon. Now, if you're gonna run a team like this, you're gonna need either Claire or Ares, both. Preferably. You want them focusing their ultimate. Or all skills, at least just have them. They didn't have Vanguard HP, Vanguard attack. Preferably, you want your HP to be in the mid row or bottom row, depending what your strategy is, which we will talk about shortly. Right now, I have mine's flat attack from back, so it's not too useful. Do we get on to the prototypes? These are the prototypes you'll be using when you're making a Vanguard team. Just keep in mind the last prototype is optional. You can run like Horn of Healing, really anything, because you're not really using Purin, so you can kind of save that for your energy team if you run one. Now the ranking system. You know, it was a tough debate between Ares and Claire for the #1 slot, because they do different things, but in all, they do Vanguard things. But for now, I'm about to say it's Ares. I mean, for now, he just takes the #1 spot. Followed up by Claire. Keep in mind, Claire's a very solid unit. Frog. This is going to surprise you for the number 4. Your hats off. Hold on to your hats. Number 4. Crete. Oh, good old Crete. Why is he number 4? It's for a topic we'll get to later. Leo, number 5. Followed up by Batu being number 6. Those are the SSS Vanguard rate. But why is Batu last place, you might be thinking? Well, it's because the way he blocks death is a little bizarre. He goes in shadow form for a couple of seconds. But that makes him not being able to get targeted. He can still take damage, he just can't be targeted. So if you're trying to thwart assassins, he kind of just dodges the fatal blow, and then just target the rest of your team, and then he'll target him again. It's just ping-ponging. But you really want the assassins to be locked on a unit to deter them even more from your team. This is why it's rated that low. Alright, the PvP ratings. Claire's number 1. She does the most damage in the team. Ares, number 2, hands down, at least. Could be debate. Barag is number 3. Batu, number 4. Excuse me. Leo, number 5. Crete, number 6. Alright. Now we're going to get into the actual... Well, we're going into teams. Now, this team was personally inspired by Dialar, Sweet Tactics. Shout out to him. Now, in a 5-man Vanguard team, this is a slightly modified version of it. In his, he had Batu, but I traded mine for Nafang for the buffing. Figured it was more useful. But you can manipulate this a little bit. Take out, say, Leo or Nafang for like Carriolas for more damage, which is what I do in the footage. Gets PvP. But in general, it is up to personal preference. What do you want to do? This is just a team you probably run in Hell Arena. So just keep that in mind. This is probably the most flexible team out there. Now we have this team. This is why Crete has his number 4 spot in PvP. Because he could be slotted for the supercharged Ares team. The reason why this works, because in his kit, he doesn't convert HP to attack. There's nowhere in his kit. Unlike every single SSS Vanguard out there. But in reality, he's just a better artist. He just allows this to be possible. So this team's all about giving injections to Fiona and Ares. But the other 2 members in the team can't have high attacks. So you kind of have to manipulate this a little bit, have Fiona's attack higher. But it can be done. So she's guaranteed at least 1 ultimate. That 1 ultimate goes a long way, as you'll see later on. But so far, this is really just standard stuff. But here's where it really gets spicy. Team number 2. The Teresh buffing strategy. In Teresh's SIG 30, he gets 15% of his maximum HP to back row units. In this case, it's Ares and Claire, the two OP Vanguards currently. And you also run Barag in this comp to try to pull enemies in. If him built correctly, he can be a monster and tanky. But you can run Leo, so that same suggestion again, to thwart assassins, because they target the lowest HP. Try to alleviate some pressure off of Fiona. Now, Miranda's better than Fiona in this sense for short-term battles, so you don't have to worry about that. You can just run Barag, right? You can also just run Carriolis in this team, technically. Depends on what you're up against. But in essence, if you run Fiona, and she dies immediately, and then to get an ultimate off, it's just useless. She needs to get an ultimate off. Otherwise, it's just pointless to run her. No point at all. So you can kind of manipulate Vanguards in a meticulous way. Just keep in mind, this is probably the most flexible teams out there. You can also just run Samael, the assassin, in here. I heard he does really good things, but mine is not built well enough as it currently stands, so I can't really show that to you guys. But if you find the same experience, just let me know. Alright, the PvP footage everyone was waiting for. We're gonna start out strong, or minor, however you look at it, because tanks are supposed to counter the Vanguards, right? So this Vanguard team is not the most optimal. It has Jaina, which is a weird choice. With Maz, I don't know why he's running Maz. Let's see if we can win this one. But again, if you're up against tanks, you want to run Carriolis to block the Terrestrial. Wow, we won against tanks. That's solid. Pretty good. I may use my Vanguards normally against tanks. It seems like a good counter. But generally speaking, tanks counter Vanguards, so it's not the most clearest thing to do. It's obviously a risk still. Now, this is the Vanguard team that really gotta work on here. That Terrestrial, pretty potent counter. The best out there. But since his Fiona didn't ultimate, and mine's did, this is probably still going to be a win. Oh yeah, he doesn't run Fiona. He runs Samael. This is solid against other teams, but when you're doing a mirror match, it kind of gets... Doesn't matter. I mean, his would have to target my Fiona. But since I had Carriolis in my team, targeted him first, so it didn't really work out. We'll see if we can win this one. looking very close. We're getting down to the bottleneck. And we pulled it out of the hat. But mirror match is always going to be messy. No, Dylar. Dylar Sweet Tactics. Shout out to him. Big shout out. I would advocate to subscribe to his channel, but I really don't like advocating for subscriptions. I'm really not the type. But he's a good YouTuber. You should check him out sometime. Definitely. He'll give you all sorts of advice. That I'll send a link in the description for his channel and his Discord. But we're using the strategy that I told you guys earlier about thwarting assassins. Using Leo's block death and his immunity state. Try to give Fiona enough time to ult at least once. So you look at his immunity up. He's dead. But Fiona does have to pull an ultimate before she dies. That's only Ares. And it's over. So, Vanguards is a very hard to counter assassins using Vanguards. It's very iffy. It's not one-sided. That's the thing about Vanguards and assassins. They're not one-sided. We're trying to fight them again, but there's always a chance, right? Depending on how developed your Vanguard teams are, then the assassin team you're fighting. But since I'm fighting an assassin team that's pushing over 9 million power, I can imagine it'd be extremely hard. Now we lose again. Alright, another tank team with the classical res. Well, with a carry ult in the back line. See how this goes. Just melting their team. Melting. They didn't even stand a chance. Maybe we just need better friends with better tanks. I don't know. But these tanks kind of suck, I'm being honest. At least the ones I'm fighting now. But they're pushing over 6 million power left. And by the way, this is Latios. We are in the same server cluster. She's the only one of my friends that even runs Rebecca under tank team. Which is a slight inaccuracy, but I see where he's going with it. Let's see if we can pull this one out the hat. And it looks like we do it again. This is an upset. Maybe it does run through tank teams. Alright, this is a assassin team with Carriolas without Craxia. So do assassins do enough damage without out Caraxia. Gut tells me no. But they also have Curiola, so I do have to be careful. Got their back line. Another revive. This looks like a win though. Heavy win. We take those dubs. And GG's. So non-core assassin teams just can't even come close. Alright, so we tried the energy team. This one has Samurai. But here's a little trick you can do, right? Here's a little trick. If you put in a throwaway Vanguard, one that dies pretty fast, like just a food hero, but still procs the effect for the Haggardon, you'd be down from 5 to 4 members, and that'll throw off Jaina's ultimate that hit only so far, so it kind of scuffs Jaina. But since my game froze here, I have to skip the battle and go back into it. I always find it kind of weird that happens. Let me know in the comment section if you ever suffered that exact problem. This has been happening to me recently. It's just confusing me. Let's try that again. Our game is still alive, actually. Good. Maybe we win this battle. Alright, let's go to the next one. Vanguard, they counter quite a bit actually. Even without the caveats, I hear they counter hunters. I can't really test with hunters because I don't really have Francis. I don't have any friends that have hunters. Or even a okay hunter team. I really don't have any teams that any of my friends with are friends hunters. So let me know in the chat or send me on Discord if you have a hunter team. I'd highly appreciate it. I put my Discord in the description. And again, we win against energy again. That time much harder, but still win. Alright, we'll try energy again. Pretty rough. They had everyone on their team alive, but then my Ares comes in with one ultimate and kills every last one of them. That's absolutely beautiful. So that is just to sum it up. Again, shout out to Dialogue, great YouTuber. And the word today is Vanguard. I will thank you profusely. Let me know if you made it this long. And until next time, take care.